One toast. 2 words. And just like that, the quietest guy in the series broke the internet. Jalen Brunson stayed silent for 5 straight games. He won the ring. He took home Finals MVP. Then, he grabbed a mic at the after-party and dropped a bomb nobody saw coming. Clip is everywhere right now, and honestly, it is savage. So before we dive in, I want to hear from you. After taking cheap shots for 2 weeks, did Brunson earn the right to pop off? Or is it a bad look for a champ? Let me know in the comments. Now let's talk about the video because it is the only thing people care about today. One night after the Knicks crushed the Spurs to win it all, Brunson is at a private party. Someone pulls out a phone. He grabs the mic, raises his glass, and drops 2 simple, and very not safe for work, words about Victor Wembanyama. The whole room screams it right back. And just like that, the clip blew up faster than any play on the court. Here is why it makes such a great story. This is the exact same Jalen Brunson who acted like a saint the entire finals. Reporters tried so hard to make him talk trash. They gave him every chance to take shots at Wemby, complain about the refs, or call out the dirty plays. And every single time, he gave them nothing. Just boring, safe answers. Focus on the game, keep your cool. He played the PR game perfectly. But the second that trophy was safe, the real Brunson finally came out. No boring speech. No safe PR script. Just a raised glass and 2 sharp words for the 7'4" giant from San Antonio. After watching him hold his tongue for 2 straight weeks, you almost cannot blame him for letting it fly. The internet did what it always does. It exploded. Almost every basketball page posted it. A lot of people saw it first on the account at Polymarket Hoops, and from there it spread like wildfire. Knicks fans are calling it a legendary microphone moment. Spurs fans are saying he was salty the whole time and finally cracked. Both sides are going to war in the replies.
Wembanyama has it, and it's over. Knicks fall short in one of the most thrilling and exhausting games.
The news spread fast. Yahoo Sports, Clutch Points, The Mirror, every big sports page covered it. They just had to clean up the bad words for their headlines. The message was clear. The serious, quiet Brunson from the playoffs was gone. The fun, relaxed Brunson was back. He even announced he is releasing a book. Win a ring. Roast your rival. Sell a book. That is one busy week. But here is my favorite part. A few days later, reporters finally caught up with him. They asked him directly about the toast. His answer? No comment. He would not say a single word. He will happily scream it at a party with a drink. But put a reporter in his face and suddenly he gets shy. You just have to love it. He did open up a little bit later, though. Sitting on The View of all places, he talked about that famous shove. He said it was all about leadership. Wemby was trying hard to get under his skin, but Brunson refused to lose his cool. So in public, he is mature and calm. But at a private party, he is raising a glass and dropping bombs. Both versions are real. That is just who he is. Now let's look at Wemby. He had his own viral moment, but it was a sad one. The final buzzer goes off. The Knicks are celebrating on his home court. And instead of shaking hands, Wemby turns around and walks straight to the tunnel. No respect. No congratulations. Just gone. So before people call Brunson classless for a private toast, remember this. The other guy skipped the most basic rule of sportsmanship. On live TV. In front of the whole world. To be fair, Wemby did not fire back later. When he finally talked to the press, he did not insult the Knicks. He just said the whole thing was a great learning experience. People made up fake quotes about him saying savage things to New York. Those are totally fake. In reality, he was heartbroken but polite. Even if that quick walk to the tunnel spoke way louder than his words. Alright, let me back up. Why did a guy who never talks trash suddenly drop two angry words? Well, this rivalry did not start at the party. Grew during a long, nasty series. And honestly, goes back way further than that. Just watch this play.
Watch this play. This is what frustrated Brunson. Oh, whoa! That's, excuse me, that should be a flagrant one. I can understand why Brunson and then Wemby's laughing at it.
Let's start with the finals themselves because it was an absolute war. Wemby was physical with Brunson the entire series, and I do not mean clean physical. The moment everyone keeps bringing up is when Wemby basically shoved Brunson to the floor by his head. Then, in the final game with the championship on the line, it got worse. Wemby stepped right into Brunson's landing space on a jump shot. Brunson rolled his ankle hard and went down in serious pain. And the refs? They swallowed their whistles. No call at all. A lot of people thought it should have been a flagrant foul. If they had called it, Wemby might have been sent to the locker room early. And this was not his first time playing dirty in these playoffs. He already had flagrant points from earlier rounds, which is why that no call mattered so much. One more flagrant and he could have been suspended. Earlier in Game 4, he even caught Karl-Anthony Towns with an elbow and picked up a penalty point. He was flirting with sitting out a finals game. So the rough play was a clear pattern, not just an accident. For 2 weeks, Brunson was taking cheap shots, kept a straight face through all of it. And on top of that, he was putting up monster numbers. Let's talk about those numbers because they are insane. In the final game, Brunson dropped 45 points. That is a Knicks finals record. It also ties for the third most points ever in a championship-clinching game. He is right up there with legends like Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bob Pettit. Not bad for a guy everyone said was too small to lead a team. For the whole series, he averaged 32.6 points a game and walked away with the Finals MVP trophy. He is only the second player in Knicks history to win it, joining the legendary Willis Reed. And he was cold-blooded in the clutch. He scored 22 points in the final 5 minutes of close fourth quarters throughout the series. That is the most clutch scoring in a finals in 15 years. In the final game, he hit the go-ahead shot with 65 seconds left and then sank 3 straight free throws to seal it. When the lights were the brightest, the too small guard was making the biggest shots. The series itself was crazy. The Knicks won 4-1, but every game was a nail-biter. New York was down by double digits in all 5 games, but they just kept fighting back. Craziest game was Game 4. They were down by 29 points and came all the way back to win 107-106 on a last-second tip-in from OG Anunoby. It was the biggest comeback in finals history. Then they closed it out in Game 5, winning 94-90 on the road. Do not let the 4-1 record fool you. Statistically, it might have been the best 5-game finals ever played. Every game was within 5 points in the final 5 minutes. The Spurs even won every first quarter and built big leads. But the Knicks just kept flipping a switch in the second half and stealing games. Before this, the Knicks swept the Cleveland Cavaliers to reach their first finals since 1999. The Spurs had to beat the defending champion Thunder in a brutal 7-game series. Both teams were hot. Both stars won conference finals MVP. But only one could take the crown. And everyone watched. Game 5 had around 24.5 million viewers. It was the most watched finals closeout since 1998. This was not a quiet win. The whole country was watching as the Knicks ended a 53-year championship drought. You have to give Wemby credit, though. He averaged 26 points, 11 rebounds, and almost 4 blocks in his first finals. That is crazy for a 22-year-old. The Knicks did not beat him one-on-one. They had to gang tackle him and wear him down until he had no help left. But here is where the real beef started. Let's go back to March 2024. Brunson scores a career-high 61 points. But the headline goes to Wemby, who dropped a 40-point 20-rebound game. The Brunson show got totally ignored. And then it got personal. After the Spurs won, Wemby grabbed the game ball and threw it into the stands. The problem? That was Brunson's 61-point ball. The Knicks had to send someone into the crowd to get it back. Wemby got fined, but Brunson never forgot that. That is what this is all about. It is two totally different stories. Brunson was picked 33rd in the draft. He was told he was too small and had to fight for every bit of respect. Wemby. Nike called him the alien before he even played a game. Everything was handed to him. So when the media kept talking about Wemby's future while Brunson was literally winning a championship, you can see why he was annoyed. It is not about talent, it is about respect. And do not forget Becky Hammon. She went on TV and said the Knicks did not have a true number one guy and that Brunson was not that dude. Well, now he has a ring and a finals MVP. And she still hasn't apologized. Spurs fans do point out that Brunson runs a podcast where he talks trash about other players. They ask why it is okay for him to joke around, but Wemby playing tough is a problem. Fair point, but joking on a podcast is not the same as shoving a guy by his head. Also, do not forget the Knicks already beat the Spurs earlier in the season to win the NBA Cup. Brunson had been beating Wemby all year. That toast at the party completely changed Brunson's image. People always thought he was too nice, too boring. But in 6 seconds, he showed everyone he has a serious mean streak. Fans love when the nice guy turns into a villain. It all makes sense now. Cheap shots, the stolen game ball, the constant Wemby hype. He kept it all bottled up until he got the ring. And this rivalry is just beginning. The betting odds already show the Spurs and Knicks as top favorites for next season. Brunson got the last word this time. But Wemby will definitely be ready next time.